Hello, YouTubers. Joe Kersey here on Monday, June 4, 2018 at 17:25 in the afternoon Eastern Time, U.S. God bless us all. We're having a Great Lakes Cloud Cutter Ale. It's a wheat ale. I may have mentioned that. I may have shown that to you yesterday. It's not bad. It's very nice. Great Lakes needs to work on their packaging a bit because, uh, uh, well, for some reason, the bottom just fell out of one of these bottles just after I finished drinking it yesterday. Good thing I had it over the box when it did, so I didn't end up having to deal with all this broken glass on the floor. Down in the 1970s shag rug, or it's more like a flat rug now, but it was a fairly thick shag rug when I bought the place in in December of 1981. It's wool carpet. I mean, the shit just doesn't go away. I mean, it just doesn't wear out. So today has been packing day for the journey to Durham, England, UK. Of course, the most time-consuming part of it for me is having to count out my blood pressure meds. So I take two supplies. I take one supply that I keep with me all the time in my camera bag. So I'm never separated from that. And I take another supply in my carry-on luggage. And in that supply bag, I put in the non-essential stuff that I often will take, like vitamins and things like that. But the essential stuff, the stuff I need to stay alive, it stays with me in my camera bag. That always takes, that's been time because it's actually this trip isn't that long, so it's I didn't have to count higher than 60 on some of this stuff. Be over there for 15 days. Well, I'll be over there probably less than 15 days, but I always take a little reserve, a little buffer. And then had to make decisions about the camera equipment. I decided I'd take the Leica M262 without, which does not have movie capability in it, because the G9X is just so great about, for shooting video on. So, it weighs slightly less than the M240, but it's maybe just about, with the lens on, it mounts, the rig's about this much further, a little bit longer. Nothing that you'd really be aware. I mean, the lens itself looks longer because it's configured sort of more. It's a longer, more narrow lens than the 28 millimeter lens was. But it's about the same. It's essentially about the same length, but it's well, you get my drift. Oh, there's some sort of nonsense going on my phone. Oh, somebody on Surge likes me. I wish I could figure out how to find out who. Alas, that app's functioning tends to elude me. Okay, well, so here we got the we got the wallet worked out as far as credit cards and things. Come here, Joe. Hello. We got the passport. We have the boarding passes. I have the Delta app on my phone, but they didn't like me to check in with it. Oh, even though of course they told me to check in with it, but they didn't like me to check in with it. All right. I've got here my camera bag. Got my little notebook back there. I've got my travel hat. I've decided not to go with the Liberty Creek Farms, Black Angus hat. So I'm going to wear the hat I wore in 1995 when my son and I went over in 1995. It's actually very functional. I mean, you can wad it up. You can, yeah, it's not a bad hat really. There's the inside of it. I don't know. Hell, I've had this thing for years. I deliberated over. Sorry, I'm not videoing this on a real camera. I'm doing it on the laptop, but all my cameras are packed away. I've got this vest, that's got lots of It's called a cargo vest. It's got lots of pockets on it. I mean, it's got great pockets on it, And you've got this great thing in the back here. I can put my Gore-Tex rain jacket in that, So I have that always with me if I want, but I don't have to have it on because that tends to get hot. The only problem with this is it makes you look exactly like a tourist, and I try to never look like a damn tourist when I'm over there. But in terms of carrying the camera around and so forth, there really isn't too much other way to go this time around. Because the long black Carhartt raincoat that I wore over there before, it's just going to be too hot over there. Now I did check the weather; it's going to be in the low 60s, mid 60s. But if you're walking around, climbing up that hill to the cathedral, that's going to get too damn hot. And then, of course, we have. You guys might appreciate this maneuver. We've got the carry-on luggage here. Put that in the overhead for me, will you? Man, this thing seems heavier than the last time, and I know I've got less stuff in it. Yeah, I have less stuff in this thing. So. Oh well. Oh, I want to put I don't want to lose that here. So the good Liz is going to come over around 9 and drive me down to the airport. God bless her. She actually brought over a sub here about 3 hours ago. God bless her. I guess her daughter lives in Kansas City's in town for a while. I think she's just visiting. I don't think she's not going to be here at the time. And she's her oldest daughter. She's her oldest daughter. And, she's apparently she's got a great sense of humor. I mean, she does all these great drawings of humorous drawings. I think I just did something to my arm on that one. Whine, whine, whine. Excuse me. Yeah. Get off the wine, drink the beer, start belching. So that's, we seem to be squared away. As I said, I got the boarding passes, and, I had to go to the Delta online, the actual website to print them out. They've split up Thomas and me on the Columbus to Kennedy leg of this trip. Yeah, they do that sometimes, I guess. Um, I think actually, I I think I think they've upgraded us to first class on the way home from Manchester to Kennedy. It says first. You know, where the others say premium economy, this one says first. I've never flown in first class or business class. Frankly, I've only flown in premium economy one other time. You know, this is going to be a real eye opener if that's the case. Well, it says it's 8 hours on the way back, so that'll be a lot nicer than sitting. Of course, I may be completely misinterpreting this boarding pad or this this thing. So who knows? They did say that I'm TSA pre-check, so if that's true, that's going to save a lot of grief tomorrow morning. It'll give us more time to go in there and drink those expensive airport beers. I'll have a $10, 10-ounce Sam Adams, please. Well, by the grace of Almighty God and Jesus Christ's mercy, we'll get there safely. Only ask, only hope. Travel hopefully. So, my plan is to get a decent night's sleep and get up early and get tidied up and wait the GTFOOD. So for those of you who watch me and to whom I also subscribe, I doubt I'll have a lot of time to spend watching YouTube while I'm over there. But I will. I'm going to try to upload from over there because the Radisson has really good internet service. Well, most places over there do. Most internet connections over there in the hotels over there in the UK are far faster than here in the United States. So yeah. So I'm going to say bye-bye, YouTubers, and we'll see what transpires here in the next 15 days. All right, bye-bye.